Hi, this is Jamie. I'm here with Kayce Culver. Kayce's an international... Hi, how you doing? It's great to have you here this evening.
Same here.
Just a little info to share with you about Kayce. She has worked with animals most of her life. She's presented to audiences totaling more than 2 million people. She's an author, a teacher, and she's truly one of the top animal trainers alive today, and it's really an honor to work with her. So I'm glad to be working together with you on this event. So you ready to get going?
Yeah, I'm really eager, and thanks so much. What a nice introduction.
Thank you. Well, I'd like to take a moment to just talk about the teleconference that we have planned for 7 o'clock this Friday evening.
Is that 7 o'clock Central Time?
Yes, it is.
So that'll be 8 o'clock East Coast time and 9 o'clock 6 o'clock Mountain, right?
6 o'clock Mountain and then 5 o'clock out on the West Coast then.
Okay.
And the title of this event is Perception Modification. Is this the answer to your dog problems? And Kayce, can you tell us what perception modification is and what kind of problems it can solve?
Sure. Perception modification is a way to empower dogs and other animals to cope with stressors and manage their emotions. It's a protocol, and we teach the animals a series of skills. It's powerful, it can be very fast, and it can change the life of the dog and their ability to live harmoniously. So one example of a case that saved a dog's life is there was a dog named Star in England. He was a really wonderful dog, and he'd had a very bad experience with a veterinarian. And he ended up refusing to be touched or even to be groomed. And it was impossible to give him ear treatments or vaccinations or anything without anesthesia. He was at Wood Green Animal Shelters, which is one of the most progressive shelters in the world. And they had had him for over 8 months, and they tried every tool they had to try to retrain him and get him to be able to cope with being, handled. And after
these were really expert trainers that you were working with there. These were people that had a lot of experience, correct?
Well, and they weren't all expert trainers, but they were expert with working with shelter animals and all of their problems. And some of them were expert trainers. Yeah, so all the other dogs that came through and they had various issues, but you could give them all shots and so on. But this one dog was really good with cats and other dogs and children and had good manners and was a very nice dog. In every other way, he was a good candidate for getting a new home. But because they couldn't touch his body, then he couldn't put him in a new home. If anything ever went wrong with his health, there's no way they could give him treatment.
Yeah.
So they had heard about this protocol, this perception modification, and they tried it. And they never even saw it. They tried it just from the directions. 3 days later, they were able to give him ear treatment.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing to me because I'm praying for them. But, that's tough. They're on the other side of the ocean, and they never had seen it. Anyway, all of a sudden, there were all new possibilities for him. And his carer, Elizabeth Marshall, agreed to teach him to cooperate with the vet for injections. And if he would agree to accept vaccines and ear treatment safely, then he was instantly adoptable. Because in every other way, he was an ideal pet and companion. Look at the video clip.
Good boy. Stop. Restrain. Scruff. Hold. Injection. Excellent! Get have what you want. I can't believe. Can you believe that, Sarah? Can you believe it? You what, boy? Can you believe that? I'm going to cry. She didn't even make a noise, did she? Would you chuck it? Get it? I can't believe this. Did
Well, what I love about it is it shows how amazed all the people were at his success. And we don't have the before video, but you can see that the people that worked with him were amazed.
That's great. So that's exceptional that they had that level of success in a case that didn't have any other options.
Yeah, I agree. So Star went into a new home that very week, and he was still living successfully with his owners 2 years later when we checked in with him. So basically, yeah, it's really amazing. It's great. And I didn't do the work. I developed the technique, and I trained the trainers, and I do help some dogs individually, but in this case, they did everything. So, you know, the kind of problems that we can solve with these tools are widespread. If your dog barks too much, if he pants too much, if he threatens other dogs, if he gets into fights, if he tries to chase squirrels or cats, if he doesn't want his nails trimmed, if he hates grooming, all of these things, perception modification could be the path to a better life with your dog. And it can help your dog to cope with touch, vet procedures, rides in the car, or even your leaving. Some dogs get very upset when their owners leave for the day.
Well, this really sounds like an incredible tool that you've developed, Kayce, and it addresses a multitude of issues. Kayce, who should we make sure is going to join us live at our Talk Friday night? Who would this really be of value to?
I think anyone who has or loves animals, dogs, horses, anything, everybody is welcome, and we can explore what their particular interests are, their problems, and talk about ways that this might make their life better.
Wonderful. And I understand we're going to take some questions. That's what we're going to focus on Friday, is taking some live questions from people and talking about situations, problems that they may have, and then you'll be able to give a little bit of direct feedback there and let us know if this technique will help with that, and just kind of a little bit more of the details of the direction that those people would want to go. Is that correct?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Then we will see you Friday evening at 7 p.m. Central Time.
And do people me too. And do people need to have a computer to be on this call, or do they just call in on their phone? How does it work?
Actually, it's been a difficulty that some people have had with webinars and things in the past, so we've actually made this extremely simple. It is broadcast both on the web and over the phone at the same time. If you can use either one, and if you want to keep it super simple, you take your phone, your cell phone, whatever, and you just dial in to the number and you enter the conference code that we give you and you're on. You can also follow the link that we give you to listen online if you prefer to do it that way. It's simultaneously broadcast to both.
So when they RSVP by email, they'll get the link and the code?
Yep, that's right. They can send a email to us and to register, or they can follow the link here with this post to RSVP to the event, and they'll get the phone number and the code, and you can just write that down or print it out so you have it, and then join us on Friday evening.
That sounds great. Thank you so much, Jamie. I'm really looking forward to this.
Thank you. We'll have a lot of fun on Friday evening, and we'll talk to you then.
All right. Good night.
Good night.